gets tricky. It gets fucking tricky to make sure that the white balance is right. You know, we're not recording this back day in auto, right? We're talking manual. We're talking manual ISO. We're talking manual Kelvin. But enough behind the scenes chat. What's the plan? The plan is back. The plan is back. Shit, man, back is back. Gosh dang it. I got somebody challenged me to not say the F-bomb in one of the comments. I'm going to see if I can oblige that character. I hope I didn't already say it in like the one sentence I said before that. But either way, plan for back, pull downs, rows, pullovers, and every combination of the three. Because there really is a fucking... Oh, Jesus. Oh, whatever. There really is a lot of ways to hit back. You know, there's no reason to just do straight bar pull down and like barbell row. We've all seen the Dorian Yates clips. Yeah, it's fucking badass. But I mean, as long as you're kind of getting a reasonable stretch with your shoulder blades, and you can feel your traps opening up and your lats really open up, and then you squeeze down and try to get every fucking... Okay, well, I already failed. I can't do it. And get every fiber of your, like, all the way down to the bottom of your lower back, just like firing, which half is just experience from getting a little bit better of a, you know, mind muscle connection and everything else. But, you know, as long as you're pulling some shit, you're getting a pump, I think that's all you need to worry about. So, you know, change it up. Don't do the same stuff over and over again. But back is a very, and I'm saying this in from the context of back is a strong point for me. Like, I never have to what's the word I'm thinking of here? Like, I've never had to think, okay, I gotta change my back training up. What I'm doing is not working. Like, for me, back has always been a reasonable strong point. To the point where even when I was not a beginner, but, you know, like over the course of the last few bulks that I've been doing, I think over the last like 3 years, I've gone like 3-4 month periods of time where I did no back training. And the point was, I mean, my back was just too big. You know, the lat spread has always been a strong point for me, even when I was a complete beginner. And half of that is just sports related. You know, when I did gymnastics, we did a lot of like pull-ups and kind of calisthenics-y work, like lats really came into play. You know, I didn't get that high level or anything, but if you look at somebody who's a real real legit D1 college level gymnast, or like the Olympics, the Olympian kind of guys, their build is very specific, right? Their lats are huge, the biceps are pretty big, and those are kind of the predominantly like pronounced muscles of the gymnast, which makes sense. You know, you're swinging around, you're holding your whole body up by your hands, so your lats need to be kind of strong to accommodate for that, right? It would just make sense, to the point where if somebody were to do some rock climbing training, I would imagine the same thing would happen. You know, your ability to pull with your upper body is the primary you know, vector of your force that you're doing for what your sport is. But all that to say, my back has never been a weak point, but that does not mean I want to make it one. So don't whoops, I accidentally had a green light on the left turn. But what I'm saying there is I think I've had enough time off. You know, back needs to get its stimulation again. And since I haven't done a back day for the last, I don't know, like fucking, well, I've done a couple. All right, I guess that's not totally true for me to say, because I have done a couple for these last 2 months, but maybe what, a third as many as everything else. Like I definitely haven't done back in the last like 2 weeks or week or so. So since I haven't done it for a little bit and I had to give it a little bit of a break, I can tell that my strength may be a limiting factor potentially, because if you're not exposed to high loads, then your body's basically saying, oh shit, I don't need to be able to move these loads anymore, you know. But I don't expect I'll be moving like 100 pounds on the pull down as like my max or anything, but it's just something to be aware of. If you had to take some time off chest because you like wrecked your shoulder or something, and you come back after like a month, your bench isn't going to be where it was. Now it's going to come back like nothing, but just maybe don't load 3 plates if you haven't done it for a month. Is the point I'm getting at. And then apart from any potential like strength disparity, I'm going to be sore tomorrow, I think. And even just during the sets today, they're probably going to burn extra bad just because I haven't really worked my lats and my traps to like, total muscular fucking failure. So I'm in for a little bit of a treat there. But like I was about to say a second ago, pull downs, rows, and pullovers. And that is pretty much going to be it. So I think no more chatting. Let's just get through it. Well, get through the process of it, I guess, and go home and eat something. So let's just get started. Let's start with something light squeezing. So only a little more than half the stack, and these are going to be a hold at the bottom. I want to feel like my shoulder blades are going to fucking bump into each other. Yeah. 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 Oh, yes. Oh. A few more like that at least. Yeesh. No. 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 I'm not done. Yeah. 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 Holy crap. One more. Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. All right. Yeah. A little bit of a wider grip than normal, which I'm not going to say is like a million times better than a shoulder width grip. But for the specific set, I kind of like the feeling of like pulling my elbows in, not just my elbows down. So, not better or worse, just different. No need for anything crazy heavy. 2 plates and a 25. And I wouldn't want to go any heavier than this, at least not today, because with a movement like this, which is very akin to like a tricep push down. Oh fuck. With there we go. With like a rope or something. There's a certain limit to the weight you can really move and still get that kind of actual legit burning squeezing feeling in a good way. If I do the rope with 40 pounds on the stack, dude, I can do a complete rep and seriously squeeze at the bottom of it. Whereas, I mean, if I try to do the full stack or even heavier, sure, I could maybe do a complete rep, but it's almost like I'm using my entire triceps musculature to just get the weight here. And I don't have anything left for that extra squeeze. Now I couldn't tell you exactly where science stands. So I'm like, oh, does squeezing help hypertrophy? But I can tell you this, when I do this set of squeezing pull downs, my lats are going to be on fire. And as long as, I do some heavy shit too, I think it's fine. So let's start with the left side first. Failure on my left side, match the reps on the right side because my left lat is lacking. There we go. Oh. One more. Oh my gosh. Oh, oh my god. Okay, so even though those were rows, that was still like a 90% lats. So let's move on to something actually upper back focused. Now I mean, 5 sets deep. This is already going perfect. A little funky, a little bit funky, I will admit. And it kind of turned me off from this row machine for a long time because it's very upper back focused. Like I'm not sitting here pulling to like my belly button and my just kind of nipple line or anything. I'm pulling up here towards my shoulders. But in the context of doing a movement where I'm trying to work my mid traps, rhomboids, all that fancy stuff above my lats, this machine is fucking perfect. So let's just play some kind of song, get hyped up, and squeeze the shit. Jesus. Okay. Let's you know, I gotta raise the starting position up one peg, but one more. Okay. Let's change gears. Do one more set of an upper back focus row, a different machine, and then I think we're getting close to the finisher, whatever that ends up being. Another machine I haven't really used much at all, but after a filler rep, felt pretty fucking good. Okay. It's a freaky strength curve, but that's enough. My traps are wrecked. Everything in between my traps and my lats is wrecked. Let's finish with a superset of a row and a pull down to completely pump up my back. Pose down and scram, man. We done. All right, so here's the plan, which actually, do I have to? Maybe I'll move this forward over here. So I'm going to burn out with body weight pull ups, which even though I just had a full, actually, fuck, I don't know. I can do a couple. I'll burn out my lats specifically with some bodyweight pull-ups, then pop a squat and do some just cable rows. And I really like doing rows on a cable stack like this, which has the pulleys, because it just keeps me from like swinging too much, you know? Like when you're doing a seated cable row where the pulley is directly connected to the weight and every foot you pull, the weight goes up 1 foot. What happens is if you do your reps too quick, the weight is going to start to build up momentum and kind of just float. So, and I mean, if you do a slow set, that's fine. But sometimes I like to kind of burn out with faster reps. So if I want to burn out with quick reps at the end of this set with this little, setup, I don't lose any tension. There's never like a light spot and then a heavy spot. You know what I'm saying? But if you're accustomed with the cables at your gym, you don't need me to explain. You know what I'm talking about. So let's just get started. Oh, oh. What do you think? What am I good for? At least three? Mm. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's pose down. We're fully pumped. And I'm gonna fucking feel this back day tomorrow. Sheesh. There we go. All right, we've got some nice natural lighting coming in from the left side, a little bit of unnatural lighting coming in from the top. Let's hope that those two play nicely with each other and show off a couple of details and striations and potentially even a few veins. I'm not so soft yet that veins are out of the picture for this bulking phase. But yeah, morning weight, which I was very excited about, 264. 260 freaking 4 pounds. So 270 is going to be within reach rather fucking soon, and then 280, and then who knows? Maybe we take it to 300. Maybe not, but we'll see just how we'll push it to as crazy as we can. But let's see if I can get a freaky lat spread here. No. Oh my gosh. It is fucking hard to hold a back pose, especially with a back fucking pump. Oh, oh goodness. But back done. Let's go home and fucking grub on something ASAP.